Welcome back to ReUnite's Emerging Sounds, a podcast where we honor and empower South African independent and emerging musicians. A platform where we feature new tracks and musicians. For those of you who are new to the podcast, I am Elvis, and this week we are joined by the gents from Cape Ground Records. We will be listening to some of their artists as well as have a chat with them in regards to their plans for both label and their artists. Disclaimer: this show is rated 18 and it has content which may contain explicit language. This episode is powered by the Rose Cottage, your home in the Winelands. Stay tuned to hear more about our sponsor later on in the show. Thank you for your support and continued support. Big ups. But anyways, guys, thank you once again. I can't say once again. Thank you guys for coming on the show. ReUnite Emerging Sounds, where we honor emerging and up and coming musicians. So today we're with the Cape Ground gents. Thanks, gents, for being here. I know we already spoke earlier on, so can we just start over again if you don't mind? So can you give us a little introduction to Cape Ground Records, please?
With pleasure, Elvis. So we started production and distribution, marketing, publishing house. So that's because we wanted to give back to the art, and make that basically the standpoint for artists to express themselves and to obviously build a company around those functions for the art.
And how has the label maintained that philosophy? Have you achieved everything that you aim for? Are you still in the process of achieving those things since your launch?
Yes, I feel we have reached a certain level of understanding and of the business itself, because the process when we started this, we definitely didn't know what to do or how to go about doing this. That was all in the beginning. It was trial and error. But when we released our first single, went to radio as well as national television performance for one of the artists, Amanda Phillips. So that was one of the first commercial moves we made. And it charted on Good Hope FM's charts as well. So look,
right.
So we're working with a few artists, and we want to just reach their goals that they set for themselves,
Seeing as you just mentioned Amanda Phillips, today's first track that we're going to play is by Amanda Phillips, Best in Me. Any comments on this track?
Yes, it's Isaac Jacobs on the beat, and it's done by Amanda Phillips. R&B. It's an R&B song. I really hope you guys are gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, let's listen to it. Yeah, a couple of the words.
What you mean to me. I hope it's not too late to rekindle the flame. It's like my mind and my body knows no other way. So darling, what you waiting for? Let's rekindle the flame and start out again. Oh, there's no need to wait no more. Let's rekindle the flame and start out again. 'Cause you bring out the best in me. best in me. You bring out the best in me. Oh, you love me for worse and for the better. You love me for worse and for the better. For the better. All these fellas trying to holler, but they know that I refuse, and there's nothing they can do about it. About it. Oh, they come with all of their flows, yeah, all of their flows. That you know that I know all about it. About it. So, darling, let's rekindle the flame and start all again. Start all again. Ooh. Let's rekindle the flame and start all again. 'Cause you bring out the best in me. I need you right next to me. I need you right next to me. From the first day we spent together, I could see myself with you forever. 'Cause you bring out the best in me. I need you right next to me. I need you right next to me. You must be an angel from heaven. You love me for worse and for better. I've been waiting all my life. You bring out the best in me. Now that you have me, what you gonna bring out the best in me. You bring out the best in me. What you gonna do?
You mentioned now that Amanda Phillips was your first successful, call it, commercial artist, right?
Yes, she's just released 2 singles so far. So
Okay.
if you ask me, I think she was just wanting to put her idea out there,
Yeah, yeah.
with Isaac Jacobs, and they collaborated on the production on this one.
Okay.
Co-produced it together. So yeah, I think it's her also experimenting her sound, because I think she hasn't completely found a sound yet.
Yeah.
So she's still growing, So it's just the first 2 singles that we put out, and this is the latest one that we're listening to now, "Best in Me."
Ah,
So she's busy with the album, but yeah, we don't have a date for that yet.
so that's decent. And who would you say? I know we try not to like ask these questions with record labels or people in general. It's kind of like, when people ask the parent who's your favorite child, but who would you say is your most successful artist you've worked with so far?
Me personally, I've worked with I hosted an event with Jimmy Nevis. That's one of the artists that I can mention that I've worked with. And um who else? I don't know if you remember Luke M47.
Yeah, yeah.
Back in the day, house group. I hosted a New Year's Eve party with them before. So a lot of the collaborations that I've done was with DJs as well as artists as well. But it's through events.
Yeah, yeah.
But recording tracks, musical tracks, I would definitely say Method Maddox. He's one of the international artists that we've worked with, and I have huge respect for him. He takes his craft very serious, and someone we can learn from. He's taught us a lot in the industry.
Oh, that's decent. And besides the guys that are outside Cape Grind, any artists or musicians that you would say are most successful from your guys' record label, from your platform?
Yeah, I know. We completed a album from Jerome Lamore.
Oh
It's
yeah.
called High Definition, and it's out on all streaming platforms. And I feel, for the company, I feel that that's the project that we've as one of our earlier works,
Yeah, yeah.
from 2015 up until only released it 2021, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so it was a project that we basically worked for over a period of time, but we finally completed it and it's out there now. So I feel that is definitely one of the works that we are proud of.
Yeah, that's decent. That's decent. Let's jump into the next track. I believe the next one is called Attention by Isaac Jacobs, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Let's jump into this track.
See, I knew some things that didn't work out, cause I swear they wanted too much. It's so many things this woman could ask, but I swear it's never enough. When I'm rubbing the pink, the parties and ladies are on me, but I gotta let them all know that I'm sorry. I think it's better if I never let it inside of my heart. I'm sorry. I need someone to make it all better, not someone who becomes a stressor. Will you see it through? And I see what you're trying to do, girl. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not really trying to spoil the mood. Yeah, I can let you intrude. Can't waste time on another muse. Yeah, you love when I'm acting magnanimous, but I'm only ever spending on cannabis, smoking so hazardous. Babe, I'm far from cancerous. Me and the kitty unanimous, beating it up in my room. It's scandalous, freak from the AM to noon. I'm clapping and reeking and mucking the cooch. I'm bagging it, put the cat back in the bag, to the trash bag where you came from. Yeah, now she just another woman that had the streets already claimed this one. Someone to make it all better, not someone who becomes a stressor. Will you see it through? And I see what you're trying to do, girl. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not really trying to spoil the mood. Yeah, I can let you intrude. Can't waste time on another muse. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not really trying to spoil the mood. Yeah, I can let you intrude. Can't waste time on another muse. I need someone to make it all better, not someone who becomes a stressor. Will you see it through? And I see what you're trying to do, girl. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not really trying to spoil the mood. Yeah, I can let you intrude. Can't waste time on another muse. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not really trying to spoil the mood. Yeah, I can let you intrude. Can't waste time on another muse.
Oh man, that is amazing. I like that. I like rap music that you can actually hear the lyrics and you can feel what the artist is going through in that moment of recording that track and just going off. None of this mumble rap. So yeah, like Earl, if you're there, do you can you give me like a comment about Attention? Man, this track is just amazing. You know?
Thank
Of course. Yeah. Sounds like a lot of fun was had with the track. A lot is included there.
Yeah.
Obviously, as well as the production work is in tune with what's popping. So they truly brought it. Really
Yeah.
brought it.
Yeah. And maybe you, Bev, might be able to answer this next question. So can you tell me some of the new artists that you guys have just signed up or that you just started working with? And like, is there any hyper excitement about the records that are to come from these guys? All ladies, as a matter of fact.
Most definitely, Elvis. Just the other day, I was out in Worcester, and we are about to work with one of the amazing vocalists that we've met there. And he's only 18 years old. This young gentleman, and we are excited to bring him down to Cape Town and record his first debut album.
Oh
So
yeah.
definitely, we're gonna have Isak Jacobs work with him. So that's one of the artists. The artist's name is Loyiso Joshua. So definitely someone to look out for in the future.
Oh, definitely. That sounds exciting. Earl, have you found any other talent that you want to bring to Cape Grind, or you and Bevan just working together as a team, the solid duo?
Of course, some personal that of course, like to line with what Cape Clan is doing. There's a few events lined up that due to lockdown wasn't too successful.
Oh yeah.
But of course, we're constantly working on joining ventures the whole time. Bringing my personal work, my personal friends that we do productions with, along with the ride with Cape
Yeah.
Clan.
Yeah, no, definitely. So the next track that I think we should jump into is believe it's Patience by Evan Wade, the rapper. Patient. Any comments before we start this track?
Yeah, Evan Wade, the rapper, he is a exceptional artist that one of our associates, Jason, has introduced us to, and he's shown very you know skills on the mic, and definitely some one of the artists that we will be doing events for in the future, and therefore we would just like to preview his music as well.
Yeah, let's go.
Patience, homie. Couple dates and now she laying on me. Legs divide, mathematics, homie. God's design, praising, worship in that boulder. Love it when I'm on it. Love me in the morning. Like a sleeve, put that booty on my shoulders. Trampoline, the way she bouncing that component. God's design, praising, worship in that boulder. Love it when I'm on it. Couple dates, you made me wait. You mad cute, put some makeup on your face. I put you on the plate, I love the way you taste. Blessed to have met you, it was God who made a way. I need your love, I hope you stay. Made me wait, made me wait. Now we passionate. Worth the wait, several dates, yeah, she made me wait, made me wait. Now we passionate. Worth the wait, yeah. I had patience, homie. Couple dates and now she laying on me. Legs divide, mathematics, homie. God's design, praising, worship in that boulder. Love it when I'm on it. Lovely when you on my mind. Thinking about your waist and thighs, you got me wasting time. Video call you just to check on you and know you fine. Talking, now you showing me your panty line. Exactly what I fantasize. Scrolling on your IG. Double tapping, leaving comments with emojis. You so special, took the time to get to know me. Several dates you made me wait like I was in a line. I chase you even though you're mine. Made me wait, made me wait. Now we passionate. Worth the wait, several dates, yeah, she made me wait, made me wait. Now we passionate. Worth the wait, yeah. I had patience, homie. Couple dates and now she laying on me. Legs divide, mathematics, homie. God's design, praising, worship in that boulder. Love it when I'm on it.
Oh, that's nice, man. That is fantastic. I dig that. So James, I just got a question for you quickly. So these days, to get new artists to sign up with you guys, do they need to be developed and established, or do you guys help them through that phase?
We definitely help them through that phase. You know, basically, if you write your own music or have the idea to do your own music, we basically can assist you with the whole process from production to mix and mastering your music, as well as putting it out, shooting a video for it as well, and publishing your track um, as well, distributing your track, merchandise. If you if you have an interest in doing so too, we will assist you with that.
Okay, yeah, no, that's decent. That's nice that you guys do that. And with so many newcomers, emerging artists out there that are trying to get on the record label with you guys, or any other, well, more I should focus on you, more on you guys. What makes an artist stand out from the rest? So if let's say you go to a gig and you hear these guys are spitting some bars, what makes that artist stand out the most, that you guys go, you know what, we want to sign this guy, we want this guy to become part of the Cape Crown family?
Essentially, because in Cape Town, being an artist is it's actually a bit of a responsibility, because you almost don't want to call yourself an artist. You kind of just want to put in the work. There's a lot of artists that we know that we will never see online, that we only see at open mics and events and in weddings. So as artists, you should go out and go look for art. And when we see someone that's basically busy doing their thing, we call them basically a moving train. Someone who's constantly busy, you can basically do anything with. This person will be willing to go to gigs, go to events, work with certain people, which is of course aligned with whatever personal plan or goal they have. And but it is difficult to stay motivated, especially in Cape Town, when there's not such a large monetary gain with regards to art always, and you kind of have to carve that out with the relationships that you build. So that's really what stands out from people. The people who really want it, you'll see everywhere you go.
Yo, man, that's deep. That's I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting you to be like, no, the guy can write killer lines. But yo, it's basically about putting the energy into their own craft and not just sitting down and saying, pick me.
Look, we can set you up with a writer, but you have to be able to put the work in.
Yeah.
No. Training. You don't have to be able to write immediately, but the willingness, I can put you with busy people if you stay busy as well. You'll essentially waste no time. So we can allocate quality rather than quantity to someone who's willing to put a lot of work in personally. Otherwise, someone is just going to be wasting studio time, and it's really it's a waste of resources when we know the pressure in Cape Town of having to be an artist. Of course, there's some of us that do it for fun, but essentially, you want to be able to take brands wherever you go.
Yeah.
Brands want to see. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to be the small guy in the big room. You still want to run things. So you want brands to approach you to say, yo, we want you to be our flag for this, that's this and that. Yeah.
That's
essentially how you have to become.
And I feel like this next track that I'm going to play actually embeds what you just said. And that's Love Me Later by JJ Prime. I mean, when I listened to this track earlier on, I was like, this is actually done pretty well. Shout out to you guys, because I know it was done with your studio and everything like that and your resources. So actually, it's a big shout out to you guys for putting in all this energy. But this track is dope. Actually, all these tracks that we've listened to and we're going to listen to, it's just pure quality. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in the merging sound, you know? Let's get it.
I'm a couple honey short of a milli. When I make a milli, I'ma put it in a selfie. Click. You know it's real when you see it on the telly. Wake up, thank the man, then I'm Audi. You feel me? You don't have to like what I do. You feel me? Rather give the credit where it's due. You feel me? A hard life is not nice, but a nice life is hard. So I got it at a good price. Long days and cold nights, victories and lost fights. One gun, two niggas, 3 shots and no life. Big dreams with no pipes, bad girls and late flights. That's right, rap star, I'ma shine bright. If you don't love me now, you gon' love me later. You gon' love me later. You gon' love me later. If you don't love me later, then you just a hater. Then you just a hater. You gon' love me later. Late flights, early sunrises. First class flights, we let the rest surprise us. Couple bad chicks, no makeup, no disguises. Haters talk about that life, they still bad lying. Uptown, I'm feeling good, I'm with my guns, you know it good. People always asking if I'm gonna make it, I'll show the hood, boy. No stripes, but you know it's official. I'm a 90s kid, watch me blow up like a missile. Vuliklela zami uzocinga ligqwirha Plastic shaya mawaza mina ndi-inja. Most rappers out here claiming they go hard. I shine bright like sunlight. Twana, you say so. If you don't love me now, you gon' love me later. You gon' love me later. You gon' love me later. If you don't love me later, then you just a hater. Then you just a hater. You gon' love me later. Cause I'm riding around in my city, riding around in my zone, riding around in your city, get it all in my own. Riding around in my city, riding all in my zone, riding around in your city, get it all in my own. Yeah. Shout out to YM, shout out Red Cup Village, I see ya homies. Shout out to Miss Patty Monroe, Youngster, EJ, Hustle Mode, and the agency. I'm riding around in my city, riding around in my zone, riding around in your city, get it all in my own. Riding around in my city, riding all in my zone, riding around in your city, get it all in my own. It's your boy JJ. Woo! Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That is fucking fantastic. Straight up amazing. Yo, guys, honestly, shout out to you guys. What you're doing is phenomenal. It's amazing. And I'm glad you guys, decided to showcase your talent and your skills on the emerging sound. Just a quick one. So you sign an artist to what's the name, Cape Ground Records, right? What happens next? Yeah. Can you give us like a general overview? So you sign the artist, then what? What meetings, recording? What happens? What's the steps? Just a quick one. You don't have to give me the full steps. Just an overview.
All right. So basically, the first step would be to start planning. Nothing happens without a good plan. So definitely the planning. What's the next process for the artist to improve and progress to the goal where they want to be? So the planning process, so you can have a schedule leading up to your goals and your release dates and events. So definitely management. That relationship must be good with the artist and the management to get to be there on time for dates, to be there on time for interviews and gigs, and taking it seriously. Is the artist really serious to get to where they want to be? And mostly sometimes the artists are not. They might want the check, the big check, or the glam of it, but are they willing to go through the challenges that presents itself with everything that comes with it?
Yeah, that's
So
pretty.
we have to establish that first with the artist.
Oh, that's decent, man. Yeah, I like the sound of that. And then, like, when it comes to strategy for promoting their music, your music, the artist's music, like, what's your strategy like? Do you guys have events? Do you use social media? Do you go on radio? Do you promote? Like, what type of promotion do you have for artists?
It basically goes hand in hand with the art. So if how the artist wants to be branded, or how the artist wants to be perceived by the public, their sound, how they will align with certain brands, venues, as well as I said venues, but yes, as well as certain media outlets, obviously. So if artist wants to release a project, we will definitely have a radio tour, television tour, as well as event tour. So that is part of the promotional package, as well as designing merch that can align with your clientele in your target market. As well as your design, working with the design team, how would you like your artwork to look as well, or to appeal, and photography, how your videos, designing your scenes for your music videos, everything that will align to what you would want to present. So with your art, if you want to have more darker scenes, we'll shoot it obviously at night, etc., etc.
Oh,
You understand? Obviously, it goes with the fashion as well, with what you're wearing, how it aligns to. If you break it really down, how it aligns to basically um, who you are and what you stand for in your brand, and we will execute that with the minor details that we discuss.
yeah, definitely. And I know that Cape Grind used to do events. I believe you guys are still doing events, but because of the COVID, you guys have had a standstill when it comes to events. I remember your fashion event that you did at the Media 24 bowling. I mean, shout outs. That was amazing. You guys did a fantastic job. Any other collabs that are coming in the future with other industry? I use the term industry loosely, but yeah, industries like other fashion people or gaming or photography, like you did, guys, like a I don't know how to put it, like a pop-up kind of show, like you did with that fashion show.
Most definitely. I feel that going into this spring, summer, we are definitely gearing up to be very more busy, especially in the fashion front, as well as performances, linking the design with the performances, because I think people are excited as well as with how what the artist is also wearing, and the style of the artist as well. They're excited to see that person live in front of them. So we want to execute that with the events that we're going to host with the fashion show. We'll definitely see some more fashion with the artist performance. I think that they are also, if I can mention, Bevan Black, DJ Bevan Black, who is very visionary, in the industry, and we will definitely collaborate with him going forward with events, because he curates events
Yeah.
um, as well. So definitely collaborating with him, as well as with Earl's band, Revolution. They are also awesome band that's been doing gigs for the past plus minus 5 years now, and we are definitely going to curate some events in the spring and summer.
Let's go. Let's go. Seen as it's all about spreading the love and everything like that, because you're collabing with different entities. I think the next track that we should go into is Jerome's track, Spread Love. I could be wrong, but I think this was the first track that I personally heard from Cape Grind as a record. I could be wrong, but I do believe this is the first one that I heard. Let's jump into it, and then we can talk about it afterwards.
Spread love. Real rhymes. You know I fly through time with rhymes like clouds in the sky. Through the powers of the Most High, we got the rise. Amongst the blind, systemized political, religious figures got us ready to divide. Step aside, Mr. Bad Mind. You're gonna burn with the fires of the Most High. Your judgment's close by. I lyrically baptized your adolescence with life lessons over mic sessions, breaking the chains that got them locked in the mental, letting the spirit take control of this vessel. Ain't no stopping these rebels, unstable as the waters on your CDs and recorders. We know a lot of rappers just forgot about the rawness, but we not following these new world orders. Representing all the black sons and daughters across the four corners. I reporters, hold your horses, because you know that me and my man, we got the rawness. On top of that, we take you across the mental borders. And all my people, here comes the chorus. Here comes the chorus. Just take the time to realize that everybody worldwide, now's the time to spread love. Spread love. Spread love. Spread love. Just spread love. Just take the time to realize that everybody worldwide, now's the time to spread love. We spread love. We spread love. Spread love. Spread love. Embezzled to settle on levels, we battle these devils. My rhythmical enthusiasm is highly in treble. And now you up against a breed of lyrical rebels, on point like the bullets flying out of hot metal. I put you in positions, release you from your superstition, and I drop reality up in your vision. My coalition is manifested upon a mission. Now listen to the words that we be spitting to these rhythms. Verbal wisdom, used as a weapon in the system. Special edition, competitors won't even step in. I'm battling sin, my cup is full to the brim. You better use that record deal or you'll be losing the skill. We're gonna pull the wagon's wheels through the valleys and hills until the call of Gabriel come to destroy everything. I bring it out from within. I stood aside and saw you playing to win. This is a spiritual thing, still we be serving the king. Still we be serving the king. Just take the time to realize that everybody worldwide, now's the time to spread love. Spread love. Spread love. Just spread love. Just take the time to realize that everybody worldwide, now's the time to spread love. We spread love. We spread love. Spread love. Spread love.
You know, there's one thing that I hate doing, and I hate saying the person sounds like such and such. You know, when you watch shows and they say, "Oh, you are the next Taylor Swift," or "You remind me of Adele," or "You sound like Adele." I hate that. But when I listen to this track, and the first song that came to my mind was that "Big City Life" by Metafix. Voice, it sounds in my head, it sounds so the same, but it's got that unique South African Cape Town sound to it that makes it so much different. But it's like I could just see these two like having a riff off and just going off at each other, and I don't know, it's just me, maybe it's in my head, but this track, man, I'm telling you, when I first heard it, I automatically fell in love with it. Yo, big ups to you guys for working this one. Can you tell me the steps and the direction that you guys went to achieve this, basically?
Yeah, we shout out to Isaac Jacobs again on the beat. Yeah, he produced this track for Jerome's album, and yeah, like he has a very good he's very good at distinguishing which beat for which artist, you know, or what to bring out of that artist, because this artist is also very versatile, Jerome Lamour. So it's really nice to hear him on such a production, you know, speaking about things that matters in our community as well. So yeah, he recorded this at Kosher Studios here in Cape Town. So it was a really, really awesome moment to be actually in the studio when he was recording this.
That's pretty decent, man. As I said, I hate to do the comparison, but it just gave me those feels. That gives me those feels. So, I mean, we've already spoken about what's next for you guys and in the events industry and everything. But my question is going to go a little bit more personal towards you, Bevan. So I've known you for years and we were in school together. And my question is, I know how brilliant you are at soccer. How does a person that's freaking good with their feet decide that they want to open a record label? Like, how does that work? Because I can't recall ever hearing you freestyling in school or being part of any talent shows in school besides being on the soccer field and dominating. So how did you go from that to a record label with over 11,000 followers on Facebook and growing? Just so people can understand how big you guys are.
Wow, thank you. It's a It's a awesome compliment, and I even big to question myself with this question out because you know it boggles my mind too sometimes. I feel this because I've been blessed. I've been blessed with having talent around me, and being able to identify that talent, that I take pride in that, the people that I surround myself with, you know, I definitely feel that that was part of the 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 brainchild. It was part of birthing the brainchild. I could have only um gotten the idea to start a business because I I could identify the talent that was around me. Um, and I feel like in football also, when I was playing football, I also felt that, I was playing, but no scouts were approaching me, you know. But not that I did it for that, not that I did it for the scouts, but what I'm saying is, um, I always felt like to identify the talent and also to utilize the talent to and let the artists actually reach their goals. I felt like that had never happened for me yet in football. So I just felt like maybe I should do it for artists. You understand? Seeing that I am surrounded by so many talented artists, why not be the key for those that is looking to open a door?
Yo, man, I can resonate with that. I hear that big time, brother. Yeah, again, I mean, I feel like I'm just gonna keep on saying shout out, big ups to you guys for what you're doing because it is amazing. Um, yo, like I'm kind of speechless. I wanted to come to Earl and ask Earl a little bit of background about his bands. And then I also wanted to ask you guys, either Earl or you, about if you guys will ever consider signing up bands and DJs, producers. But yeah, Earl, can you just hit me with the background of your talents in the music industry and the band that you play for, man? You know?
Yeah, of course. My name is Paul Donald Swart. I play drums in a band called ReUnite. It's around 2018, 2019. After meeting each other, a few gigs, a few friends of mine and myself came together. We decided, nah, let's start a group. So it was myself on the drums, a friend of mine who was a poet, a friend of mine who was a guitarist, and then a friend of mine who was a bassist. And we just started rehearsing, started going to open mics for like 9 months straight. And during that time, we met and we saw a lot of people. We got to know the people who we would eventually end up recording our mixtape, Matt, which is still in the process. During that time, we were part of up and coming events for some people. We were able to be part of some launches, some products. And it was just an amazing time really being out there as a band. But we had to, for long stretches, stay very, very busy, be able to unlock some kind of future relationships, which we are still benefiting from after 2009.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's great. And then as like signing up what's them bands and producers like bedroom producers, is there that something that Cape Grant is looking at or would consider, or is it just rap and what's them R&B and pop that you guys are focused on?
No, of course. Well, if anything, if you're an artist, if like you say, if you're a bedroom producer, if you're an artist of any capacity, one of the things that I mean, from an artist perspective with Cape Grant is one of the things you are introduced to is a lot of people, a lot of artists, a lot of really talented thinking people. A place where you can really put your own kind of team together under Cape Grant. I know Bevan is the kind of person who will drive you around, that you meet different kinds of producers and people who can mix and master your album the way you might want it. In the thinking of Cape Grant, there's also still the appreciation that a lot of the things that the artists need to do, some of the artists, it's the first time they do it, the first time they meet someone and see a studio, it's the first time they actually work on a certain kind of mic, hear themselves a certain way. Small things like that is really understood from the mindset of the talent management side of Cape Town. So one of the more interesting people I've met is videographers, studio artists, as well as studio producers, people who can do stuff on the spot and get your stuff out immediately. One of the nicest studios we've worked with is Kosher as well, an international hosting studio. So this is a kind of relationship that Cape Grand runs with, that any artist can really come sit with. In any kind of capacity. It doesn't really have to be some kind of monetary gain, but definitely some relationships will be built. So much so that you kind of want to work with Cape Grand.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are doing it. You're doing it. So let's get into the second last track. I don't know if it's ABS or Abyss, but that's one of the tracks that Jason sent me. Method, Clement, Earl, and Jerome. Am I right?
I can be the story with it. Yes. So
Okay.
Jalen and Mathematics is two artists that I've met through Cape Grand. I think Bevan himself saw me as a multi-creator. He met me making beats, he heard me singing, and then he basically encouraged me to take up rapping as well with all the rappers that we meet. And as far as that goes, this is one of the songs that came as a result of that relationship. Mathematics is one of the more interesting, more godfatherly figures of hip hop music in Cape Town. He's one of the people who took us under his wing in terms of educating us with like the grassroots levels of things. This person also has a lot of stories to tell. And we were sitting in studio once, Jalen was there, and we just felt the presence of creativity. And we went with it. The song was inspired by some conversations that we had there as well. Bevan, of course, entertained the idea of going back to his Clement Ross name, Mathematics sticking to his characters in the beat. Jalen Moore gracing us with not too familiar verse, but something that is shared, a sentiment that is shared throughout all his tracks as well. So this is how that track happened.
Oh.
What is it, look at?
I never saw anything like it.
It's out of control. Coming your way.
There are things in heaven and earth beyond the comprehension of man.
My God, they're all mad.
Arise in heaven, child. Enter yet another lifetime.
My pen itches are leaving stitches on his bitches. Mainframe glitches, molecules and pictures and side pictures. To make moves, pay dues, you fake goons and face bruise. But a kick smooth when smacking your mouse on your fake tooth. I came to break beats and found juice, that's true. Shit that my lyrics get bounced through. Y'all kids can never amount to. The raw impact of out around, moving the way to sound too. I build pyramids. The fact that I still got mouths to feed, making this shit more serious. They used to surround me when I had the ends, but on the down low I never had friends, cause half pretend. See them out the corner of the eye, that they're trying to get me shitty remorse they make when their mouths when they're tipsy. More pitching than his kids be when their stomach's empty. My fam say I got negative energy that is out to get me to spit these wild phrases on these foul beats. Allow me to cast a piece inside me that now found peace. Some may crown me to be unlimited in outreach, but whatever the mouth speaks, remember to leave me how you found me.
Niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. The niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. The niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. The niggas think it's hard, but they not. The niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. The niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. The niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. The niggas think it's hard, but they not.
I go hard when I start, make the knife with the guard. We do art from the heart, we go back to the start. Ancient knowledge, fuck your college, eat that parties that they feed you till your wisdom teeth fall out. Cavities from up the bubble gum you spitting about. Ik sê maar net, die beat is recht, die vibe is recht. So bring jou pen en pad, jou MPC, jou rhymes, jou beste verse, jou us. As hadden jou ego tight, net een van julle kan blij. Hou jou bek voor een slag, skeer een gek voor een slag. Lach tot jou machtdrank. Lach tot jou machtdrank, yes.
Niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. The niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. The niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. The niggas think it's hard, but it's not. The niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. The niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. The niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. These niggas think it's hard, but they not.
My past encrypted, my mind is lifted onto a planet called Mars. The soul is gifted, it made the dwelling on Earth. Our minds are shifted onto dimensions unknown. We know the difference between the real and the fake, between the love and the hate. Shout it out to the gods, Mr. Devious the Great. Mathematics on the brakes, sounds we digging in the crates. The cold still feeling of the blade. Cut classic, can I like a taste? Real niggas, yeah, they feel our wave. Fake niggas, get out of the way. Don't care what you say, get out of the way.
Niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. The niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. These niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. These niggas think it's hard, but they not. These niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. These niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. These niggas think it's hard, but it's fake shit. These niggas think it's hard, but they not.
Yo, commence with the intense, flow beyond pretense, dropping contents unequivalent to rejects. Conscious on my quest with verbal intellectualness, my deliverance of lyrical brilliance. It's all for the ever-living life of existence. Now bear witness to how I step up with the fitness. Rhyme purpose, I'm just watching your ways wither. I flow pure like the living waters of the river, and people need the guidance as they dwell in the forbidden. Now seek wisdom, and from the wicked keep a distance. Sit back and listen to the raps that I be spitting, driven by lyrical rhythm, knowledge becoming wisdom. Flow for the upliftment, freestyle written, bars I'm spitting, mic ripping against the system. Unforgiven for my people mentally crippled, cold-hearted wicked men, judgments I scribbled. Rhyme skills like hot lead come out of pistols. I do it all for the respect, and that's simple. I do it all for the respect, and that's simple. Cold still feeling of the flow beyond pretense.
Go back to the start.
Cold still feeling of the flow beyond pretense.
Go back to the start.
That's true.
Flow beyond pretense.
Go back to the start.
Cold still feeling of the.
I have been battling your kind for thousands of years. I am triumphed long ago. But what if, like tortured Sisyphus, I cannot win? Ever? What a cruel joke. Am I doomed to struggle with such filth until the end of time?
That track, I swear to God, you guys could have recorded this track yesterday, but when you listen to it, the sounds and the style and the rhythm that you guys have like chosen to run with, it almost feels like the song was like, you know, back in the days, the early 2000, what's the name, rap music, that grunge kind of, I don't want to say thug, but it's got like that thug grunge sound, almost like the underground sound that you gotta be invited exclusively to come to this event or come to this battle to hear it out. It doesn't sound overdone. It doesn't sound hype. It doesn't sound anything. It just sounds like you gotta appreciate rap music to understand and feel this track. That's what I sense from this tune, man. It just takes me back to the 2000, you know, running around 14 years old, thinking I'm all cool and what. But yeah, when did you guys actually record this track, if I may ask? Because Jika only sent me this track this morning before we started this podcast.
This could have been around 2017, 2018. It wasn't too long ago, but it was long enough ago.
Yeah. For it to mature nicely.
Yes. A lot of the stuff it's mentioned is still quite relevant, almost prophetic in some sense.
Oh, that's
there's a lot of fun ahead.
Oh man. So I mean, look, we're almost at the end. We've got like one more track left over. I mean, is there anything that you guys would like to say besides these questions that I've asked? And if nothing, any advice that you want to give to people that either want to sign up with the record label or want to start their own record label, or musician, guys that think they want to become a musician, be it rap, R&B, or whatever. Any comments that you have on that front?
Yeah, look, if you want to become that thing, make sure you do everything that you need to do to create the space for yourself to be ready, so that that art or that skill can take place and mature in your life. It's the same as planting a flower. You're going to want to water it, give it light. Anything you spend time on will grow. Even if you want to be a comedian, it doesn't really matter. Work on your craft, spend time with it. The freedom is going to come through discipline. You're basically going to be carving a hole into the universe where it's going to let you pass through dimensions. That's basically the essence of working on your core. And then what needs to see you will see you. Think of yourself as a tree and Cape Grand as a leaf on it. Cape Grand as a label can then attach to you as a moving train. And then we all grow, we all build a pyramid.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, it's true. Look, also started this podcast as another way to promote and market and showcase South African talents. And it's not an easy thing, man. You got to put in the energy. And I'm not gonna lie, there's been weeks where I haven't felt motivated enough to grind, but at the end of the day, I knew what's the goal that I wanted to achieve. So I just kept on pushing. I mean, I did use the public holidays as excuses not to launch episodes, because we should be on episode 6, but we're only on episode 4 because I didn't feel motivated, if I must be honest with you. I know you guys just recently signed Young JR, but I see you guys got Level Up with his brother, Ricky Inc. So, I mean, any comments on this track? I can't think I've actually listened to this track before up until you guys sent it to me. Bev?
Yes, no, we definitely working with Young JR, and this is one of his tracks that we definitely loved. And yes, his brother is on the track with him, and his brother also sounds magnificent on this track as well. And yes, Jason is working with Young JR because they're quite close.
Yeah.
So he introduced me to Young JR, and I was like, wow, this young gentleman, he can spit. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, Elvis, yeah, man, I want to thank you also, you know, for this opportunity, man. Just before we listen to the last track, I want to thank you, you know.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, we can
what you do in this
comments. We can definitely have some closing comments after this track. I mean,
all right.
Gotta know how things are. Let's go.
Level up, body level up. Elevated perfect heights in a double cup. Level up, you ain't one of us. Sleeping at the finish line like I've done enough. Man, I swear the courage shifted. Got me thinking about the riches. Like I got my feet up sipping champagne on the plate, it's only business. Level up, body level up. Elevated perfect heights in a double cup. Level up, you ain't one of us. Sleeping at the finish line like I've done enough. Man, I swear the courage shifted. Got me thinking about the riches. Like I got my feet up sipping champagne on the plate, it's only business. When I pull up, bossed up like the press. Told them I go all in and more, no less. I got news for you when I started, man, I press. School in you class, act them, I put them to the test. Told them I'm shining like I was the only son. No place like home, yeah, the top of the podium. You get the tip when you talk, you don't know me, son. The more they catch you, drift, the more the roads become slippery, so you no friend of me. Keep her closer than my enemy. They say an eye for when I leave the whole world blind, but I make them afraid to see. On the rise and it's open skies, I ain't slowing down, but it's limitless. Made it right like a Parker Peter told me I got it on tight as it. I'm on the jack when I pull up, was popping. I hear them, they talking, and JP the topic. Thousands of acres, that's the only option. Until I reach those heights, the point never stopping. Cook the heat, then let it simmer then. Let it rise and let it manifest. Scaffolding, elevators, 80 ladders, and you still can't reach my level. Shit. Level up, body level up. Elevated perfect heights at a double cup. Level up, you ain't one of us. Sleeping at the finish line like I've done enough. Man, I swear the courage shifted. Got me thinking about the riches. Like I got my feet up sipping champagne on the plate, it's only business. Level up, body level up. Elevated perfect heights in a double cup. Level up, you ain't one of us. Sleeping at the finish line like I've done enough. Man, I swear the courage shifted. Got me thinking about the riches. Like I got my feet up sipping champagne on the plate, it's only business.
Yeah, I leveled up, 100 levels up. Elevated skyscraper if you're coming up. This 300 spot to kick you if you hate on us. Falling to the bottom, turning to a martyr, you don't believe in us. Like leaves for the autumn, while all we do is blossom. Damn, and you turn to dust. Finna be on the top 10 list while you're hating on the guest list. You're not the same, it's a red carpet status when we make an entrance. Man, get this, top of the feeding chain, fuck a necklace. Too big for the newsletter, couldn't press us. Debating who's better, tailor-made, ask permission. You wanna dress us? The aesthetic causing moisture under dresses. That's the kind of trip to let you know who the best is. Hard body motherfucker don't need to flex shit, but if I need a mention, every quarter in a year I cop another whip. That's a season flip. Binge watch every episode, I turn you to a fiend and shit. I mean with it, I mean to spit, the cleanest shit. They got a feeling on the clit. I swore I wouldn't curse on this filthy verse, but I'm snapping deadly. Better bring the hearse, cause I'm about to come through and level up, body level up. Elevated perfect heights and a double cup. Level up, you ain't one of us. Sleeping at the finish line like I've done enough. Man, I swear the car is shifted. Got me thinking about the riches. Like I got my feet up sipping champagne on the plate, it's only business. Level up, body level up. Elevated perfect heights and a double cup. Level up, you ain't one of us. Sleeping at the finish line like I've done enough. Man, I swear the car is shifted. Got me thinking about the riches. Like I got my feet up sipping champagne on the plate, it's only business.
Man. I'll tell you this, guys. What I love about your guys' work is that we've just listened to 7 tracks, and each of these tracks have their own sound. Like it's got its own identity, and it's not like trying to copy the other track or copy the other guys. It's its own person, it's its own entity. And guys, I'm honest, that's amazing, because not a lot of record labels and not a lot of musicians can do that, because with technology nowadays, it's so easy to sample and take pieces from other people's music and stuff like that. But you guys are just like, we're going to keep it 100 straight up. And shout out. I appreciate that. You know, it makes my life a lot easier to find talent, to find music, to showcase to my viewers and the whole of South Africa, you know, viewers, listeners, to the whole of South Africa. It makes it a lot easier. Because if I mean, this track could have been one of those mumble tracks, you know, but Jay just came in and laid it, bro. He laid it, and all you gotta give credit to. I mean, I can give credit to the artist, but you gotta also give credit to the people that are behind the artist. You know, teamwork makes a dream works. Literally, that's what I've seen with these 7 tracks that I've listened from you guys. So yeah, I appreciate it. You know.
We appreciate you, Elvis. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
For everything that you do for the love of music, man, and what your platform represents to us. We commend you highly for being you. And we're honored to know you, you know. So keep the good work going, Elvis. Love it, man.
Yeah, no, appreciate it, man. Where can people get hold of you guys? Hit me with those links. Let's go. Promote, plug in. Let's go. Free plug in. Hit it.
So Revolution on Instagram will be Rev_Hey_Lution. On Facebook, it's just Revolution Band.
Nice.
To see how stuff's on there, what we've been busy with in our associated fan bases and fellow artists.
Nice. And where can they get hold of Cape Grind and you, Bev?
Hold of Cape Grind on their Facebook page, Cape Grind Records, and that's where you will find us. We will communicate through there. Just pop us an inbox, and we will start to chat. We'll start to communicate and start to plan your goals to reach them.
Nice. I like the sound of that. Look, gents, again, thank you very much for coming on the Emerging Sounders podcast. I truly appreciate it. And I'm happy to have you guys as my first guests. As I'll be embarking in a journey of getting other guests and stuff like that. I might even message you guys to ask if I could chat with one of your artists and stuff like that. I'm not done collabing with Cape Grind, and I'm sorry, boys, but you're stuck with that, because there's bigger things that are coming for both Emerging Sounds and ReUnite as an entity, and I ain't leaving y'all behind.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
we appreciate
it. Definitely appreciate it, boys.
Thank you so much.
Yo, stay good.
Forward to it, man.
Yeah, definitely. Cheers for now, boys.
Cheers.
A message from our sponsor.
The Rose Cottage, your home in the Winelands, a quaint cottage in Durbanville Hills, Cape Town, situated in a quiet, leafy area approximately 30 minutes from Cape Town International Airport. The Rose Cottage is spacious and comfortable, close to Durbanville Central, wine farms, business district and hospitals. We've made sure that your stay will be comfortable in the beautiful self-catering cottage. Relax in the sunshine on the outdoor patio with table and chairs and umbrella with a Weber kettle oven barbecue. For more information, visit www.therosecottage.co.za or book your stay via Airbnb or bookings.com.
We have reached the end of this episode, and we hope you've enjoyed the Cape Grind record artists we have featured today, as well as the conversation we had with them. Hopefully it was useful information. Be sure to check us out on all social media platforms and find our group Emerging Sounds on Facebook. Emerging Sound is a podcast and you can listen to us on ReUniteSA.co.za, download and subscribe to us wherever you may be listening to the podcast. Please feel free to leave us a rating and comment on the Apple Podcast. We truly appreciate it. I am Elvis. See you next time. Take care.